What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. Thanks for all the love you guys have been shooting my way. Gonna get it. I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna hit 1 million subs by Christmas, as long as you all keep smashing that red subscribe button right below the video. Only if I've earned it, which I hope I have. Now, some pretty distressing news coming out of The Batman, which is concerning because after the initial teaser trailer, I was all in. It just, I thought, I was behind Robert Pattinson pulling off Batman. I didn't think he looked weird or small in the trailer, but apparently, according to some new rumors from reliable source, Overlord DVD, you should definitely check out his channel. He's basically my go-to for Star Wars leaks and stuff like that. That not only are sequels out of the question, but actually filming this movie, getting through it, is now in question. Rumor of this, according to Bounding into Comics via Overlord DVD's channel. The Batman is in trouble, could get shut down again. Sequels in jeopardy. So we all know the production is troubled. Some will say it was doomed from the start. But sources who leaked information to YouTube personality, Overlord DVD, I don't say his name because I worry about what YouTube will say. Sorry, dude. We'll call him DC. Claim we don't know half of the severity. For one thing, the media could be covering for Robert Pattinson. A contact with knowledge of the production reported that agents the Variety report Pattinson came down with the coof, leading to the shutdown of filming, was inaccurate. Instead, the truth, the source claims, is that the actor failed to get into superhero shape during the time he had off during lockdown. It got out earlier this year that Pattinson was, quote, was getting by barely doing anything, in his own words, while staying in an apartment afforded to him by Warner Brothers when he was supposed to be working out. He defended himself, saying James Dean wasn't exactly ripped, and Screen Rant published a feature coming to his defense as well, explaining why Pattinson deserved a little slack. In their piece, Screen Rant called to the carpet the socially mandated physique deemed the right one for superheroes. A different take for sure, but Overlord DVD says critics are right to have their doubts. Well, look, if I'm supposed to believe that you're handling yourself in combat, you should probably look like you could. If you want to make the argument like superheroes, if they have some sort of innate superpower, would they still need a six-pack? Does Thor need a six-pack to be super strong? I don't think so. So you might have an argument there, but you're talking about Batman, who relies on his own strength. Filming paused. When he showed up for work in September, director Reeves took one look at Pattinson's conditioning and lost it. Reeves outraged his star didn't do anything, stopped production, and sent Pattinson home for a few more weeks to get, quote, toned or in believable shape. Filming paused September 3rd when someone believed to be Pattinson had the coof, and it didn't resume until September 17th. His source says that was all a ruse to cover up for the real reason. On the week of September 21st, they were filming with the stuntmen who noticeably dwarfed Pattinson before their lead actor was to come back in for close-ups and dialogue. Now it's October, and when the calendar turned, it was clear Pattinson hadn't done what he was told. He returned to set with no palpable change in physically and described as a stick when dressed as Bruce Wayne. And Pattinson reported to be a pain to work with is the problem. He refuses to work out and allegedly complains about how uncomfortable the Batsuit is. Well, it probably is uncomfortable, I have to imagine. Reeves is said to be at his wit's end with the Twilight actor and just going with it. Frustrated, especially, people will notice Batman miraculously shrink between shots. The filmmaker wants to finish the film so he can be rid of the albatross around his neck. Now, these are all rumors. His desire to move on, says the source, indicates that Batman will be one and done. The Batman will be one and done. Any plans for a sequel or trilogy are getting scrapped, but it doesn't end there. As if it wasn't already bad enough. Look, I know Nolan Batman isn't everybody's favorite, but for me, Christopher Nolan's Batman is absolutely amazing. I think that Batman Begins is probably my favorite, followed by Dark Knight, and then it was kind of a weak finish. But I grew up on Batman. I was too young to know really the TV style Batman. I never really watched Adam West Batman. I mean, I think occasionally reruns maybe, but I was more into the cartoon. Back when there was an animated series where it had Batman, the Joker, Riddler. I don't remember if Bane was even in that. Penguin was on there. I just thought, I just fell in love with Batman early, just like Wolverine. And I thought Robert Pattinson could do a good job. And I kind of liked the idea of kind of an even more dark and dreary Batman, to be honest. It goes on. He has more intel and it only gets worse. The Batman could be circling another shutdown if the UK moves forward with more measures, which I'm told they will, by the way. That was on October 1st. He received his update on the 5th. His source told him there was a cast meeting with crew that day. While a shutdown hadn't been announced yet, he also learned of new guidelines that the Batman had to follow. A number of people on set, for one, had to be limited, as did the number of hours cast and crew were allowed to work. Furthermore, anyone not masked up at all times faces the threat of fines and jail time. Warner Brothers, in response, adds the insider is scouting a new place to film. In summary, the Batman sounds like it's in deep, deep trouble. Be advised, though, he has yet to independently verify the accuracy of the info and urges people to be it as regarded as rumor. And look, he was basically, he's pretty much 100% correct from what I remember with his leaks about the rise of Skywalker. Not everything he said has turned out to be true. And as we know, with these type of rumors, things get going, things happen. It's hard to kind of stay up in these fluid situations. And it could just be that. It could just be a rumor. But, I hadn't heard that, Robert Pattinson was hard to work with. I hadn't heard these things. So it's... Now, if we look at some of the comments here, some people are saying the movie was a bad idea from the start. Pattinson was the wrong choice to play Batman. He thinks of himself as the next James Dean, but different. The difference is James Dean had talent. No, I actually think Robert Pattinson does have talent. I think that he will make for a great Batman. Now, if people want to bring up freaking Twilight from 20 million years ago, you have to look at some of his most recent films. I haven't seen the, there's this Netflix one about like a preacher in the South. I haven't seen that. I do want to see that. Good Times, I thought was really good. The Lighthouse, really good. So Robert Pattinson has absolutely the acting chops to pull it off. And I hope that all of this is untrue, or I hope that they get it worked out. And I do hope to get multiples of these of Batman. I feel like there should always be Batman movies coming out. There should always be Spider-Man movies coming out. I mean, this is just the way I see it. And also, what about Superman? Why is Superman keep getting the shaft? Like, why isn't he getting a new 3-series movie, a new trilogy every 5 years? That should absolutely be happening. So hopefully this is all rumor. I certainly hope anyway. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.